Serial looking to find that opening pick. The flash is good, and the pick goes to Heretics.
That's the exact start that they were looking for. Panatech quick to respond though. Putting things back into an even scenario. The retakes maybe not being the best for Liquid, but the fact is, already a man to the good. They're in a good position here, and Camo strikes, leaving just one standing, but that one is 𝘵𝗎𝗍𝗀. He's been having an insane tournament, even spots out the last man, but that last man is Nat. Maybe one of the few that could match him, but with an open plant, he will reposition back towards middle.
He goes for the full wraparound. He might not have time. Already put under pressure by that clock. The tap from Nats has to confirm that it's not being diffused. There it is! Nats falling victim, the fourth!
Slow them down, and the second paranoia has actually been dodged. I think Camo pulled a pistol out. That's a bit of a blip. In fact, a massive blip with one coming up. Panatech might just be there to save the day, though. 𝗵𝗲so low on HP, but he still wins the fight, and 𝗵𝗲 comes up with another, leaving only Serial remaining. He had so many fantastic clutches in the match yesterday and already kicks this one off with a bang, leaving him facing off against 𝗵𝗲on the other side. 21 HP, but the time on his side.
Slowly ticking away, a patient player. Like you said, that one bullet needed to take him down. Serial has to make the right call though. Spotting out that angle, and he's seen him now, but 𝗵𝗲's hot on the trigger. Essentially, now playing for the retake. The paranoia already in. Reveal is good. Camo still manages to win the fight through the cage. He's dropped Brienne's. And a 4v2 that they're now left in. Panatech isolated in the spawn, but the spike being diffused, they've got to get a move on, and right into the waiting arms of Serial and 𝘂𝗂𝗍 as the defuse. Ultimate pop by Serial. He's going to be suppressed. Can't get that ult popped, and 𝗵𝗲's in with a double. The A site is theirs. Great reaction by 𝘁𝗏, completely denying the what seemed to be safe play for Team Liquid and leaving them with a disadvantage on the retake.
No impact from that annihilation. If it connects, that could have been a true difference maker, and Nat's trying to peek into the dog pick. I don't even think he saw anything before his head was ripped clean off. Nice shot from 𝘂𝗂𝗍. Actually hits the dink onto 𝘁𝗏𝗋 as well. They now look to try and get space off it. Camo is there once again.
And emerges from the old victorious 𝘵𝗎𝗍. Good flash as well. Stops that left side peek, as does the suppress going through. They've picked up the advantage back in their favor. They've got their back secured, and numbers looking down on mid. It's going to be difficult to get that diffuse. Tapped already by Team Liquid just to get the utility out, but there's more on its way. A reveal in the smoke, and now comfortable that there's no diffuse happening. Team Heretics aren't panicking, but Liquid are, as another round falls. Keeps the information, rotates around. A site already taken, but Nats has managed to find himself an angle around that smoke. A double pickup already. The spam almost takes 𝗵𝗏, and Serial finishes him off. Another hero play needed. 𝘵𝗎𝗍 on the site, damn close to it. A three-piece that leaves the 1v1. The ult doesn't land, and 𝗵𝗲 has the info! The shot connected!
3 and 4 hasn't had much to do. He'll set up a dart or two, and now 𝗵𝗏 joins the party. This is a slaughter.
Even more so, it's not just the kills that come in here, it's the read from Team Heretics. They're going to make a play. They're going to try to get aggressive with those weaker buys. Let's just pump the brakes, spread the net. They've got players watching everything. They've got 𝗁𝗏 able to rotate between helping 𝘁𝑙ong or helping the double doors, and he wasn't needed on 𝘁𝑙ong with 𝗵𝗏 just cleaning it up like that. You talk about 𝗵𝗲 as well. This is a guy, sure, he could look at clout pickup early on, but he did his time in the tier 2. He was playing on Enterprise for a long time when he probably could have just slotted himself in.
Those people were wrong.
Yes, without a doubt. Ain't nobody thinking they were right. 𝗵𝗏 with another, man, a 5v2. This round is looking signed, sealed, and delivered into Team Heretics. Double digits. Almost without a doubt on the board. A big clutch needed, and there's just nothing going their way.
Would manage to turn this map. They've already got more rounds than they did in the first two, and well, 𝗁𝗏's already got that opening pick onto Nats. The wraparound is solid though. Really good adaptation from Liquid.
That's what we needed to see. Okay, a 4 versus 3. Another pickup as well with 𝘂𝗂𝗍 closing up that back, making it through the window and leaving 𝗵𝗲 with a very impressive clutch if he managed it.
Beast to play against 𝘵𝗎𝗍𝗀 is going to be under some serious pressure and will be dealt a death blow, but already look at the response. The defense looking to wrap round from behind. It's going to come down to the 1v1. The Cypher on either side, the IGL of Nats, and while 𝗵𝗲𝗱𝗽𝗍, who's been in the finest of form so far this map, will have to face off. He might just slip the net. The Cam is holding on the corner. He's been spotted, but already manages to deal so much damage on towards Nats. Will get away with destroying his sneaky little bit of util, and who would have guessed him? Is that another cut?
Who's on his way up here? He's going to see that trap and try to make a pass. There's a judge in front of Nats. It's a tough fight for Nats, but one that he wins. 𝗀 on the other side, though, has dropped that A defender. Now opening up a little avenue for himself, but he's flanked out by Nats again. A second pick for the Cypher. 𝘁𝑒𝗶𝗲 takes inspiration. Doubles up on that fight and leaves 𝗵𝗲 alone. Another clutch needed for 𝗵𝗲𝗱𝗍. I believe it would be another 3K as well. Time ticking, and the force buy of Team Liquid seems to have found success. 𝘁𝑂𝗍's already been rooted. Great bait by 𝗵𝗲𝗱. Time is gone. Put it in the corner. It's a fight against Nats when the cage falls. Never mind. He's taken him down before. And now there's a couple upgrades. Well, for Team Liquid, I suppose, but also for Heretics when this rotation comes through. A 5 versus 3 in a round where they far outgunned their opponents. But no more.
They've walked into the 2 weapons. That's sort of the curse of Liquid in this round, is that the pieces they had to watch out for have been the pieces that they met for 𝗀 and 𝗃𝗗𝗋. And 𝗀 at that, there is very little to play with. And a post plant here could be the thing that undoes all of those vulnerabilities. 𝗀.
30 seconds left.
Just waiting in case they try and go back towards the other side. He's heard the plant, has the paranoia, but is completely sectioned off from the rest of the team, at least for now.
Wait, it's going to be a while before he can break through that. Got the numbers to work with. Or he's TP'd. They've heard that. They know he's close. The ult is going to be popped by 𝘁𝑒𝗶𝗲 as well. And he's caught him. That's one player down. Oh, but they've not caught 𝗀! He walked straight through the smoke that was thrown out just before that sees. Gives them a real chance with Panatek all alone on the backside. And he's spotted out by 𝗵𝗍𝗀.
Better than what they managed versus BBL. And while, let's be real, this Heretics squad have been a different beast. Nats trying to slip the net, but no sneaky play to be had. And instead, they're walking into the Lion's Den. They may know where that Lion is, but dealing with him has been a different story. A quick double already for 𝗵𝗲𝗱. And while Panatek has been able to survive, but they could not deal with the beast at the back of C.
Play coming out from 𝘁𝑂𝗍 might be too late to catch them. No, it's gone down
already. 3 coming up for the attack. Very clean start to this take, ready for the flank to come in behind them, but 𝗀 is still lurking, still waiting around. 𝗃𝗗𝗋's currently blocked out by the barrier. Well, getting anything from this point onwards is going to be difficult. Talk about the difficulties at time of that double sentinel when it's on the attack, but once you get into defensive positions, that's when it really has its value. Those post plants can be filthy. And well, at this stage for 𝗃𝗗𝗋s, it's all about just finding some extra orbs, getting a few extra credits while you do it, and maybe even earning some style points. You really just don't want to be walking into this guy's crosshair. I think he has some of the highest headshot.
Here.
Oh, maybe not.
Happier to play for the long game normally, but the opening pick looks very good indeed. One of the rifles, the main one, the Vandal, finding exactly what it needs. The shot landing for Camo again. The third, not quite there, but 𝘁𝑒𝗶𝗲 picks it up anyways in what should have been a relatively convincing round. One that Liquid don't usually have a lot to say in. One that Liquid come in with a massive disadvantage in terms of weaponry. This is looking like somewhere they'll find a lot of success. 𝗵𝗲𝗱, he's being flanked up on, but it's all about timing for Panatek. He can play this super slow, use the salvos to try to lock in the round, and that might be the best play. Playing the numbers, playing the time, but now he's got it! Oh, it's perfect for Panatek! There's Fury sent through as well. Defenders trying to slow down this push, but Liquid still get the space. They take down 𝗵𝗍𝗀, they catch 𝗀 coming out of the smoke. 𝘁𝑒𝗶𝗲 with another. And now this round seemingly locked in!
Anymore.
Nice shot by 𝘵𝗍𝗶. Road to recovery, perhaps? A second! Just as I claim he's not online. He's been brought back into the fray. And Team Liquid now with a two-man disadvantage. Still, though, weaponry looking very good for them. Abandoning this position, though, will give the chance for some of those defenders to recover those rifles. Well, perhaps not. 4 players on A, and Liquid are walking into it.
Yeah, 𝘵𝗍𝗶 was sort of the ruse. He was just meant to hold the line a little bit for the rest of the team, and while Nats has tried to be cheeky and been met with a paranoia, they haven't baited out the one thing that is on the other side, and that's the utility, alongside a little bit of help from 𝘃𝑛z. He doesn't have a way out, but he's waited for the drone, and will be forced out? No, he didn't take the TP.
An audacious play. Overstays is welcome. 2 players on site. They haven't been spotted. Never mind. 𝘁𝗏's dealt with. They don't expect the second. 𝘃𝑛z gets the jump on the first, but he's dealt with quickly by the flood of attacking players. Paid. Now, they expected it last time. Do they expect it again? 𝘃𝑛z through the cage has got a double. Nats is staring down that corner. He knows. He knows, but he can't deal with 𝘵𝗍𝗶. And 𝘃𝑛z.
𝘁𝗏's got to be careful, but he wins the fight.
Bit more passive with the operator this time.
Revealing area.
Gets his reward for his trouble. A lot of space taken, but it's aware on Team Heretics. They were watching it the whole time. Woot picking off 𝘁𝑂𝗍. 𝘵𝗍𝗶 wrapping around as they're worried about the op. Misses his shot, and that's okay. Back out of that position, uses 𝘁𝗏 to reclaim some space, and now Woot goes walkabouts, goes looking for the pick. But it's 𝘁𝑒al to find it in response. Another for 𝘁𝑒al as he's stepping up, but needs an ace to close this round out, suspecting another player on site will give him an opportunity. For now, it's passive play from Team Heretics. Oh, never mind. He's isolated one. He's through the door for another. And now, just one away from the ace.
He has Annihilation online as well. He has the sensors available. Every single piece of the kit is available. For 𝘁𝑒al on bench, he can't really do anything without giving his position away. He's hoping to maybe try and catch him out. But I like this reposition from 𝘁𝑒al, realizing that he's going to expect the... Oh, no! No, he spawned it out! That's not really being battled for. And it leaves a couple to try and hold this alone. 𝘃𝗀𝗋z, with a little bit of help, has managed to find 2, in fact, with the Hunter's Fury. And well, if they come into this map and come out with a 6-6, absolutely fine. But it's the manner in which it's happening. They're starting to get slammed. Quick push in, nice work from 𝘁𝑒al again. It doesn't seem like he's let that moment get to him whatsoever, having a fantastic individual game. And already 𝘵𝗍𝗶 is going to put things back in their favor. 𝘁𝑒al and Nats, the double Senti need to hold the line, and Nats looking to try and wrap round from behind. It seems though that 𝘵𝗍𝗶 is well aware, even expected him to be in this corner. And now for the remaining 2, they could try and bait him in. The problem is, this is not planted in a position that Nats can really do anything about, and 𝘵𝗍𝗶 even repositioned to the rest of his team. Like it. Maybe trying to catch them off guard a little bit with the aggression. 𝗏, though, it's the same result. Spam through the smoke. He does still get caught by the net, but a completely different position. It's being spammed by 𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗃, and 𝘃𝗀𝗋z has gone down. Woot is going to only be able to find 1, and now his position's about to be revealed, and while he's pulling out the pin, he will lose his life.
Yeah, great ult that forced him to avoid that snake in the grass play. Now an opportunity for the plant, the post plant looking strong. The ult online for 𝘁𝑒al. You probably won't see him swinging out wide with it this time. Playing nice and safe down below. Nats covering him. And 𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗃 in main waiting for salvos to come online. There it is, they just came on. So everything for Team Liquid to close this one out. The information sure will come through, and the ult will be popped. Opportunity to use it as well. He's looking in the right direction. Oh, but he's caught with it in hand again! And now, Nats goes down! 𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗃 desperately looking to put salvos into play, but it's already going to be halved. They've got time on their side if they can force this peak, and it will be forced soon. 𝘵𝗍𝗶, the bodyguard, the man he has to get through, and 𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗃 does it!
These setups are going to be so difficult. Well, this time they're not diving through anything. It's an aggressive pistol round start from the defensive side of Liquid, not shying away from a fight. You have to be careful though. A couple of players tagged up at least a little bit, and the kills quickly going back the way of Heretics. 𝘵𝗍𝗶 and Woot somehow turning this just to 1 man But that one man is 𝗏𝗏𝗀. He knows exactly where they are, but might just miss the boat on the timing.
Just about. They've slipped into main. Still a trap covering that cross. Will be broken soon, and 𝗏𝗏𝗀 will know exactly what's going down. But in not too long, 𝗵𝗲's going to have that cam back. And with that available for the post plant, they can play Boathouse. They can just run down that clock and force 𝗏𝗏𝗀 into a 1v2 fight. Both players 50 HP. And a Sheriff recovered. The body shots, all that he needs, but he's got to be quick against 𝗀𝗏 and 𝗵𝗲𝗱𝗍, a man who had so many 3Ks I lost count in the previous map.
The cam is going to give it away. Second he makes this cross, 𝗵𝗲 will have the information, he even has the tag, and they peek him together.
Or having someone passive on a site, allow a post plant, and have to fight into it. Give numbers! One spotted, and a second suspected to be site under pressure. 𝗵𝗏𝗃
Wait a moment.
almost taken out. And there are weaknesses to this buy for Heretics, but the numbers are the main disadvantage now. A 2 versus 4 that they're left in, and a great read by 𝘁𝗁. They are all over this.
God, quick response. 𝗏𝗏𝗀 not being over aggressive, just making sure that he can hold that line, and 𝗵𝗲 is all that stands between them and reclaiming their lead. They're actually happy for him to have the site. Not something they're particularly bothered about. 𝗲𝗏, he's trying to get there as quietly as possible, but the only real thing he's hoping for is a gap.
30 seconds
he has
left.
found a massive gap, potentially. One down, the second not quite going his way. He's brought 𝗏𝗏𝗀 low, but that could have been a difference maker. Just trying to find any space that he humanly can. In fact, they are all looking the other direction, and now another one for 𝗵𝗲! There are a fair few pieces missing in this round, and this Outlaw is as deadly as ever. They're going to go swinging into it, and those are just easy picks for 𝗍𝗎𝗍. That's the damage that 𝗵𝗲 caused in the last round. They couldn't afford those heavier shields, and while those are the freest kills he might get all day.
That guy deserves an assist for that up on the scoreboard. He's not going to find it, though.
It's not enough.
He'll be, he has, doesn't he? On 12 and 6 at the moment. He'll be happy enough if they win this round. Damage done, and he's dealt with in the end. The spams through the wall from all those players on top mid. Now with 5 versus 2. It seems like the hard work's being done. It's a
30
formality
seconds left.
to attempt to close this out. The cage saw nothing. Little does 𝗏𝗏𝗀 know that there's a player just around the corner. 𝗀𝗏 won't quite catch him. The players on site may well do. One for 𝗏𝗏𝗀.
Careful.
Much more
Careful.
needed and found. He's down to 17 HP. The space has been claimed for the plant. Wow. Close.
Really don't want to give this man anything. Cam still set up for the corner. 𝗀𝗏 sectioned off. Trying to get information to that back site. But they're now just looking to lock in. Ultimate for 𝗍𝗏𝗀s, but probably not going to be utilized in this scenario. And now the gap's been found by 𝘁𝑂𝗍, but this leaves 𝗏𝗏𝗀 still desperately low. They made this one costly, or more so he has. But anything more from here should be an impossibility, and 𝗍𝗏𝗀s make sure of it.
From this attacking side, a big push by 𝗍𝗏𝗀. But 𝘁𝑂𝗍 manages to slip out of his grasp. 𝗏𝗏𝗀's not quite so lucky as 𝗀𝗏 takes him down, and the quick trade as 𝗍𝗏𝗀 eventually finishes off his dinner. A 2 versus 2 we're left in. A plant needed by Heretics. Hunter's Fury from 𝗍𝗏𝗀's already used, but to be honest, him being alive is enough for me to believe. Nice shot.
Spike
Surprised we
planted.
don't see. Okay, Annihilation used a little bit later. He's almost using it just to try and target players, and he has caught one, and will get the second as well. It's finally worked out for Serial.
Gear up for this A take that is right now for free.
Oh, and see, 𝗀𝗏's going back. He's just decided, you know what? I don't like being the second best Turkish player in the server at the moment, so I'm going to try and find some players as they run away, and where you just look at the A site. There's nobody there. Only really looking for sound cues. I think realizing with the drone that, okay, there's a few dangerous positions we're yet to check, but from here on out, it should be comfortable. The only player I'm really looking at is Serial. He's been having a great performance. A lot of it has been individual brilliance and headshots, and hey, almost work it out with the salvos, but almost in a round like this doesn't really win you anything.
Exactly. All or nothing in this round here. Paranoia thrown through. It's not caught them, but and we come back to the weaponry they've got. Time delay, all that Heretics need to go for it. 30 seconds left. 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 Spike plant nice and open. Woot. He's taking a risk. Going up top. They've got main control, they've got heaven, they've got players on site. Spreading themselves thin against these pistols. But it seems like Team Liquid, they won't be going for this. They'll be containing. They'll be looking to cause damage. Keep that economy modest, and for some players, it is getting a little out of hand. One maybe? No, nothing for Serial on
all together from this attack side. Nats, he's been overwhelmed in a lot of scenarios. Well, he's overwhelmed again. Woo, continuing the form of the last round. 4 in that one, 2 far more high impact ones in this.
Now that off, time to jump. Good in the early round, good when posted up. It has to fight back into the space. It's going to clear all these angles. The trade's not easy to find, but they've caught 𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀 unaware. The spam off the reveal, not quite working out, but 𝗵𝗏𝗏 drops Camo. That's the op on the ground. Unlikely to be recovered as they seek to battle it out with the rifles.
For a trophy, something Heretics have been looking for a long time, but they've still got a way to go just yet. 𝘂𝑂𝗍 stepping up alongside Camo. They might be bleeding, but this roster has proven before that until you hit 13, the map is not done.
The man left alive as well. In some series, we'd look at this and go, well, at least it's not 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗀. At least it's not 𝗵𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀. But by God, 𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 has hit godlike form.
I'll be honest, I never think that. Anytime it's 𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, I'm scared. This guy's too good.
A plant here gets him a Hunter's Fury. The glass broken, they know where he is. The push-up from Camo as well. He's going to have players coming in from the top and the bottom of the map. The reveal, though, he's trying to bait them in. This is beautiful. They're slow as well. They're not giving them the opportunities. I like this from Liquid, the discipline on display.
There's no need to get aggressive. You have so much utility. You have the net available. You can even go in
on the defense. But Team Liquid have had that problem, and it's a great predictive play from 𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. After the first tag, 𝘂𝗂𝗍 is hunted down.
They've used that dimensional drift in tandem to give that opener, removing one player from action, but the trip in a sneaky spot has managed to even things up. Camo even looking to go back in, reclaim space, get into position once more, turning things back into an advantageous position alongside 𝗵𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, leaving just 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀 standing. And run through, clearing the few angles that are left, but you'd hope that this one wouldn't go unchecked. 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀 in a bit of a sneaky spot. They've all got past it, 2 already go his way. It's a mistake from Liquid that might just be the end of the map. Camo trying to bait him in, and 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀 has done it! The Ripper cuts the close out of sense! It should have been impossible!
Now they've got a good idea where the hit's coming through. 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀 not deterred by that util. The suppression nor the decay will keep him back. He grabs an opening.
Already past the nanoswarms. I don't think they expected them to be that deep into the site already. It was a quasi-flood position from the defense. Hoping to get in a little bit early. Instead, they've taken a hefty amount of damage. And on the other side, 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀 is as fine and dandy as ever. Woot is going to add another to the death toll. This is looking rough for Liquid in the pistol. And they've got to try and get past 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀 and the full force of this defense at this stage. The wraparound, okay, it's not pretty. But there's only one man left standing. Serial to do it all. At least with a couple, but the remaining 2, they're just playing post.
Yeah, and there's no need to overextend at this point. Serial already low, time on their side. The defuse out in the open. An easy connect as 𝗵𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 already sees it's not being stuck. Now the time more so in their favor. 𝗵𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 wants to shut it down.
Versus that post plant. And I actually think this is where, well, that ultimate for Woot can become so much more dangerous if he can catch a couple of players with it.
Rotate from Liquid. He's caught 𝗵𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 at least. The snake in the grass dealt with. Inside the few rifles. Woot not really given an opportunity with everyone coming in up top. Boo does well, finding the first, isolating the second, and the rest of the squad steps up. Thrash will be sent out. 𝗵𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, he's up top, he's safe and isolating, finds, but Woot from the rope!
Orian's just even putting a couple of shots in. They won't get there in time to actually save 𝗵𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, so he's gone from the fight, but this attack site will have to fall off. The lockdown is going to force them away. One player will get caught, but look at the defense. They've all gathered up together. They are looking to try and fight this, and the attacker just waiting for them here.
They expected it to be a rotation. They thought they'd give it up. Flash. 𝘂𝗂𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, going to be swinging, so is Camo. Good opportunity as they force the fight onto 𝘂𝗂𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. Camo almost had one, but he couldn't quite connect. 𝘁𝗎𝗄 surviving late is good for the trade, and the off up top picks off 𝘁𝗃𝗃. That's the A side hold, crumbled. Nats fills in the gaps, but he'll get nothing! Heretics! They are destroying Team Liquid in every round we've seen. It feels like their hands are on the reins and a few fingers may ease up, but their death grip is going nowhere. A 4 versus 1. Fake from Team Heretics? They're not going back. But in fact, Team Liquid have not gone back either. They've not fallen away. 𝗼𝗲 goes down, spikes on the floor, picked up, and now an attempt to plant it. It looks like that's a success. 3 versus 4, numbers not in their favor, but 𝘁𝗎𝗄 manages to pull one back. 𝘁𝗃𝗃 is down, 𝘁𝗏𝗋s is low. In fact, he's down and out of the round. It's all on 𝘁𝗎𝗄. But a 1v2, a very winnable scenario from what seemed questionable moments ago. But in the end, will be tough. They'll be decayed as they make their way in.
Popped his own nano to try and sell the idea that he wasn't somewhere on the site. Oh, that was almost Nats gone. That would have been the pit down. Instead, they planted just on the edge of it. 𝗼𝗲 gone, 𝗬𝗏 still standing, hiding on the edge. I don't know how he's still alive, but he's managed to get out of there with full HP. Gives them a man advantage and goes back for more. 𝗬𝗏 in form is devastating, and 𝑏enji holds his back. It's going to be left all onto Serial. Pace change, pressure, so much pressure put onto Camo. He's got 𝘁𝑂𝗍 alongside him at least, who has been able to survive and in fact even add another.
Monster on the loose.
Making things at least even after what was an attempted blitz through. Drone going to be put up top. That will give the game away onto 𝘁𝗃𝗃's position. Means he can't peek, but Nats is already here alongside him. Again though, Heretics after this blitz have paused.
Yeah, but they didn't get to back yellow. Thrash is now denied. Nats spots there's still one here waiting for that peek, but 𝗬𝗏 gets ahead of him. Fires the shot and takes him out, leaving Team Liquid with the disadvantage. Spike to be planted by Wingman. The lockdown not going to put on as much pressure as they would hope. These players safely back in main.
A lot less ground to fight for, but they try and go ahead of it, but completely blinded is 𝘁𝗃𝗃. Puts him in a bit of an awkward position. Doesn't really have the cover for the team, and 𝘁𝗏𝗋s is looking the wrong way completely. 2 big kills coming up for Liquid, but 𝗬𝗏 still standing. 𝘁𝗎𝗄 alongside him, but 𝗬𝗏's doing it all. This man has been an unstoppable force in this first half and still barely taking a lick of damage. Whereas Camo on the other side down to just 10 HP, it's 𝗬𝗏 looking to add another ace to the tally! That talent taken from the tier 2 and lighting up the tier 1. Of course, they're going to go aggressive in the pistol round. Sure, the first kill went 𝘁𝑂𝗍's way, but it's already been a flood back in the other direction. And they're just set up for the retake. A deep alarm bot, which will give the game away.
That's the spike, Wings.
And sure, there'll be a plant. What? Camo didn't even get to see anything.
This is truly ridiculous. The pistol now a 4v2. Opening pick went to Liquid. From that moment on, it all went wrong. 𝘁𝗏𝗋s sat in the background watching the boys find success. Time and time again on this map, it has gone to Heretics, and once more
Feet into the rifles, looking to play at range. It's not the prettiest of starts. I don't think 𝘁𝗂𝗍's done well here. In fact, he's done incredibly well. Look at the HP though.
Yeah, a lot of tags here. Still a chance to pull this back. It's not a standard 4v2. Camo and 𝘁𝗂𝗍, just one shot needed. But 𝘁𝗂𝗍, he's being the snake in the grass now. He's hiding, holding on to control. They're going to clear him. They're going to clear him. That's another pick now for Heretics. The numbers close to equal. Camo, one shot. The rest are healthy. They've recovered some weapons. 𝘁𝗃𝗃's got a bulldog in hand. Time is ticking away in their favor, and a flash primed and ready for the big swing. The tap now. Oh, it's not even going to come in yet. On great time delay. This is dangerous. That's the rifle. Down and out. Down goes Camo and Serial. He needs another clutch. He's down to 17 HP and he's gone. 𝘁𝗏𝗋s.
They're doing it again.
Buy enough time.
They've got slightly more to play with, but there's slightly more players sitting in their way. 𝘁𝗂𝗍 needs this pick and he will not get it. They've met God 𝗬𝗏 once again. And 𝘁𝗏𝗋s is there to close it. It is Heretics with a decimation of Liquid.